Welcome back everyone to the series on working with a React Data Grid of Syncfusion. Last time you saw the different filter options in React Data Grid. In this video, I will show you more about grouping. You will also learn more about footer aggregates, custom aggregates, and group aggregates of React Data Grid. In my getting started video, I showed you how to enable grouping option in React Data Grid. I will give you a recap of this by opening the sample created in that video. You can get this sample from the link in the description part below or watch my getting started video from the link in the above card. Here I had loaded the data from the local JSON file and displayed only selective columns using the column customization. To enable the grouping option, I had imported group from EJ2 React Grids package, injected it to the grid component, and enabled the allow grouping option in the grid. This way, I enable the grouping option in the grid. You can also apply grouping at initial rendering of the grid component. To achieve this, create a constant group options of type group settings model. You can import this from EJ2 React Grids package. Add a field columns which is of type array and add a value ship country. Assign this to the group settings props of the grid component. In the output, you will see the grid component grouped with the column ship country. Next, I will show you how to add aggregates to the grid component. Aggregates are special rows that contains the processed result of other row values. The inbuilt aggregate types available in the grid component are sum, average, min, max, count, true count, and false count. Let's see the aggregates in action. Now I will display the aggregates row in the footer of the grid component. To achieve this, import aggregate, aggregates directive, aggregate directive, aggregate columns directive, and aggregate column directive from the EJ2 React Grids package. Inject aggregate to the grid component and disable the grouping at this point. To enable the aggregate in the grid component, configure it within aggregates directive. I am going to add a row which sums up the value in the column fright. So add aggregate directive within aggregates directive. Within this aggregate row, I should add the aggregate columns customization using aggregate columns directive. As I am going to display the sum value of the column fright, I will add a single aggregate column directive. Mention the field as fright and the type as sum. You also need to mention the template to be displayed using the footer template. Create a callback function for the footer template and display the sum value using props.sum. In the output, you can see the sum value of the column fright displayed at the bottom of the grid component. If you want to add additional aggregate rows, add more aggregate directives. I will add an additional aggregate row to display the maximum value of the column fright. Duplicate the aggregate directive. Change the type to max and the template to maximum. This way, you can add multiple aggregate rows to the grid. Next, I will show you how to add custom aggregates in the footer. In this example, I will find the number of records that have the ship country value as Germany. To achieve this, I will add additional aggregate column directive with the field as ship country, type as custom, add a callback function to the footer template, and display the custom value. Finally, add the custom logic in the callback function of custom aggregate. Get the record details in args.result, filter it by ship country, and return the count value. In the output, you will see the value displayed as 2 as there are 2 records with the ship country as Germany. As a final topic of this video, I will show you how to add aggregates in the grouped data grid. You could add the aggregate values either in the group footer or as a group caption. To look at its working, I will enable the grouping option again. Add two more aggregate directives, one for adding in group footer and another for adding in group caption. I will reuse the code which was created earlier and remove the custom aggregate column. I will change the footer template to group footer template and change the second row footer template to group caption template. In the output, the sum of the group is displayed in the group footer and the maximum value is displayed in the group caption. Let me summarize some of the major points we have discussed in this video. First, we saw how to enable grouping in the grid component and how to add the initial grouping option in the grid component. Next, we saw about the inbuilt aggregates and how to add it in the footer of the grid component. Then we saw about custom aggregates. Finally, we saw how to add aggregates to the group footer and group caption. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.